Hey, welcome to Credit Makes Sense with Netiva, the Frugal CrediTnista, where we talk about money, credit, and everything in between. Super excited to be here with you today as we help one of our partners decipher why she was approved for a car, has been driving the car for 2 weeks, and now they are saying she's not approved and they want the car back. So let's make sense of some things. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Netiva, the Frugal CrediTnista. I own a financial education services firm, M&H Financial Services, where we create custom credit solutions for women and couples over 30 so they can crush their financial goals. I also own thebomb.com online financial empowerment school, Credit on Fire Academy, no other like it, where we teach our members how to master their money, destroy their debts, and soar their credit scores so they can leverage it to create wealth. If you're on Facebook, then please hop on over to my free community, Credit Makes Sense, which inspired this particular segment. And this is where we talk about all things finance, from credit, money, home buying, insurance, investing, everything you can possibly think of. So I'll leave the links for those below as well. So let's get to our partner's question. I love to read you guys' questions to me verbatim. If you ever have any questions for me, definitely send them over to social@mnhfinancialservices.com, social@mnhfinancialservices.com. I did leave the email address below. If you haven't tagged, liked, shared at this point, subscribed, do so. All right. My husband and I were approved for an auto loan on January the 26th. We signed all of the paperwork, got the car payment notes, I guess the payment book in the mail. And then I came home and found a letter and a voicemail on my cell phone saying that we were denied. I've had this car for 2.5 weeks and already signed absolutely everything, have bought things for it to make it more me. And now they're saying that I need to bring the car back. Can they really do this? Do we have to pay more? What is going on? So I actually had to consult with one of my partners, actually in our community, who owns a car dealership. And he said, yeah, they can definitely do this. Sometimes in some contracts, not all, they have something similar to a 30-day rescission verbiage where basically they have 30 days from the date that they approved you to rescind that approval based on something that may have popped up after the fact. This is also why some of you have bought a car. They didn't ask for proof of income or maybe only one paycheck, and then afterwards, a week or two later, the bank is saying, hey, can you send us over your pay stubs or bank statements, etc., because you're in that 30-day window, and during that 30-day window, they have a right of rescission. And this isn't the dealership. This is the lender that the dealership utilized. Trust me, the dealer wants you to keep that car just as much as you do. So at this point, I will read over your loan documents. Sometimes we're so excited that we don't read over everything, and the dealership doesn't really go over every fine tooth. They kind of give you a summary. But if you go in and you read over the information, you might find that particular verbiage. At this juncture, you're not approved for the loan. You do need to bring the car back. See if the dealership can approve you for another loan. And you as well, you can shop around also. It's still within the 45-day window. We call that the shop around rule, where you can shop around as much as you want to try to find the best rate that's going to approve you for the car. If you have some funds that you can bring in and pay down, but I mean, definitely check out some other locations, Credit Union, what's another one? Ally, Capital One. Those are just some that off the top of my head that some of my clients have used or students have used. And try to get pre-approved too. Call the dealership and see what your options are. And together you guys may be able to come up with some ways in order to keep the car in your hands, because trust me, they don't want it back in their inventory. But yeah, it's more than likely in your contract. Find it, but you cannot keep the car that's not paid for. You can go ahead and give them some money, but they're more than likely not going to accept it because you don't have a loan with them. So I'm sorry this happened to you, but it doesn't mean that it's the end of the world. There may be some other options out there for you. It more than likely will not be the same terms that you originally agreed to, or maybe they can put you in another vehicle that kind of matches your financial profile right now that you can qualify and get approved permanently for. And then also see if they can put you with a lender that's like, you're approved and you're approved, not you're approved and we got 30 days to do X, Y, and Z. So now that you are aware, you can make that request now. So hopefully this helped you make sense of some things. If any of my partners who are listening in have some questions, comments, suggestions to further help out, definitely put them down there. If you haven't shared, liked, subscribed, etc., please do so as well. If you have any questions for me, you can definitely send them to social@mnhfinancialservices.com, social@mnhfinancialservices.com, and maybe your question will be on our next Credit Makes Sense segment. Thank you so much. See you next time.